Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the September session of the Special Magistrate in and for the City of Oviedo. Today is September 26, 2019. We're going to begin with the administrative citation docket. And the first case on that docket is case C8111 involving Adam Bodagger, tag number CYUR82, and parking citation. Who is here to speak to that today? Anyone else? Okay. All right. You state your name, sir?
Adam Bodagger.
How do you pronounce it?
Bodagger.
Bodagger?
Yeah.
And officer, what is your name?
Officer Meyer.
First name? Ryan. All right. Would you both raise your right hands? Do you solemnly affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right. Mr. Bodagger, we'll hear first from the officer, and then we'll hear from you. Okay? All right, Officer Mike. Please speak into the microphone, both of you, because this is recorded.
So we're doing area
Raise
patrol.
that up. You're tall.
So we're doing an area patrol of the plaza of LA Fitness. We got a couple complaints from people parking in the fire lane next right side of LA Fitness. So myself and an officer, we observed 4 cars parking in the fire lane on the right side of the LA Fitness plaza. So we took action and we wrote citations for illegal parking in a fire zone.
All right. And what was? Do you have a copy of the citation? All right. I've been handed a copy of the citation. That will be admitted into evidence as the city's exhibit number 1. And this was at LA Fitness?
Yes, sir.
And this is the fire lane where? On the side or the front?
On the side of the building.
All right. Mr. Bodagger, we'll hear from you.
So, Adam, I've been going to LA Fitness for...
Again, turn the microphone up, would you?
I've been going to that gym for about 10 years, and I've been actually, well, now I got a 9 to 5, and I've been going around a really busy time, 6 to 7. Parking lot's usually always full. Me and a bunch of other people that I'm really familiar with had started parking there just because it was a use of space, and it wasn't. Basically, my case is I'm not sure it's a fire lane. I have pictures of where I parked. Recently, the City of Oviedo, I believe, redid the fire lanes outside, and you can see clearly where I parked. I'm not in those new, highlighted, very well-defined lines. And there's a bunch of old, washed-out fire lanes all the way down the side of that LA Fitness, and I'm not the only one who parks there. I even asked the LA Fitness personnel if it was okay, and they didn't seem to really care. So I'm not really sure who gave that complaint. But so I've been doing that for about 6-7 months, and never had any issues. And I have talked to other people since I got this parking ticket about a month ago, and no one else has had any issues either. And I've been driving by every day. And I haven't been parking there out of respect for the officer and everything. But people are still parking there, and nobody's getting tickets. And I walked out one day, and I got a ticket. I have pictures on my phone if you like to see and stuff like that.
Well, let me see your photograph.
I also have photographs of other cars parked there over time since I got the ticket. And even yesterday, I saw an officer patrolling right by that area. There was a car right there, and drove right by. So I'm just not sure why my car was picked out of all the cars.
Is that your car?
Yes. That picture was taken the day, and I took a video.
Okay. Where were you parked on the day of the citation?
Right there. And I have other pictures showing it. I mean, the fire lane looks like it was washed out. I'm not sure if that was intentional by the city.
Mr. Martin.
They redid the fire lanes. So, and I obviously informed other people who I know that were parking there that I got a ticket. I'm not sure if you should be doing that. But I guess the case is whether or not that's a fire lane.
All right. We have another person who wants to speak to this issue.
Being a
Well, again, state your name.
Amanda Bauman, City of Oviedo Fire Inspector.
And raise your right hand. Do you solemnly affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. What do you have to provide?
I can look at the picture and tell if it is a fire lane or not, being around that building. If it is the side of the building that I'm thinking of, there is the backflow preventer and the FDC on that side of the building, so it would be a fire lane. It could be that they just didn't stripe it for some reason. So,
All right. Well, take a look at the photograph then.
no, that's fine.
So here's like an example. You can't really see the fire lane in this picture, but it's all...
Well, it may not be the fire lane. There may be a hydrant there as well.
The hydrant's more north, so
There's also hydrants back here, too, because I was in a bush.
there's no... I'm not sure.
If it's not striped, it's not a fire lane.
And the fire lane begins at the front, and then there's a huge fire lane right
Well,
in front.
you really need to speak into the microphone if you want to be heard and have a record.
The fire lane starts, obviously, you can see where it's visible. It starts, it was repainted very visibly, and then there's a whole fire lane in front of the LA Fitness.
No, unfortunately, that's not the fire lane. The fire lane is up higher by the
Yeah.
backflow, or by the...
It starts here.
By the,
Right.
hydrant.
Show the photograph to Officer Meyer. Is that where the vehicle was parked that day?
Yeah, if you go out there, it's like you say, it's kind of washed away, or it's not as visible. But if you look there, like physically look at it, it's all the way down there. And we had like 6 cars parked that day. And that night, when I took a picture of his car and the other vehicles, it's photo and upload to the citation, but all the other ones did. So we wrote like 6 tickets that day.
All right. Well,
Just for the record, when I walked back out to my car, I was the only car out there.
Realize us that it's not,
So I'm not sure.
As far as you look at it during the day,
Right.
it's
Okay,
you see it
one sec.
as
Okay.
all right. I think there's enough doubt in this case. I'm going to dismiss the citation. But I do suggest if that photograph accurately depicts the stripes out there, I think it needs to be better striped if it's going to be enforceable. But still, Mr. Bodiger, I'm not sure I'd recommend parking there to you or anyone else. And the fact that other people park there and don't get citation doesn't mean a thing. It just means they got lucky that day. So I'm going to dismiss the charges. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that concludes the administrative citation portion of the docket. We'll take about a 5-minute break while they change the tape, and we'll move into the next session.